welcome back to my channel. My name is Alina, or AV Knits. In today's video, I'm going to do my knitting podcast number 3, and I have a lot to share with you guys. I have one finished project and then a couple whips that I've been working on. I know it's been a while since I filmed my last video, but it's just been a busy month, and so I'm excited to get back into filming and to share with you guys what I've been working on. So to begin, I'm gonna start off with my finished object, and you guys might have seen this before if you watched my last videos. But I have been working on the Ingrid sweater by Petite Knit, and I did finish this item. It's been a few weeks since I've actually finished this garment, but since it's been so busy, I just haven't had a chance to film yet. So I'm gonna show it to you guys. But if you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen me already post about it. But I will show it to you guys in this video as well, and just kind of talk a little bit about it, of my experience knitting it, and kind of how it's been wearing, because I have had a chance to wear it out a few times. So let's go ahead and start. So this is what it looks like. As you can see, I finished it. I really like how it turned out. I love all of the design on it. So if you guys watched my last videos, you would have known that I ran out of the yarn that I was using to knit this in. And the yarn I was using for this was the Sunday by Sandnes Garn. It was a petite knit color, and I think it was Dusty Rogue. So sorry if you can hear, my cat is like leaving his mark on my chair. But like I was saying, I used the Dusty Rogue color, and I ended up getting 7 skeins of the yarn. I held it double while I knit this up because the Sunday is like a fingering weight yarn, but I think this garment calls for like a DK or worsted weight. So I held the Sunday double, and I only had 7 balls because that's the amount that the store I ordered from had only. So I ended up running out, of course. So I ended up using the pure Gynt for my cuffs, for the sleeves. As you can see, there's a little bit of a difference. Like, this is where the Sunday is, and then this is where the pure Gynt is. It's the same shade, the Dusty Rogue, but obviously it's a little bit different, just because it's not the same like composition of yarn. But I think it's fine. I don't think it's like that noticeable. Plus it's the cuffs, so it doesn't make that big of a difference to me. So I ended up doing both cuffs with the pure Gynt. And then also for the body, I was hoping to be able to make it a little bit longer. As you can see, I only ended up being able, I can hold this up, I only ended up being able to do the double ribbing, and I didn't have enough yarn to go ahead and do the 1x1 ribbing at the end. So I think you can really see in the lighting as well here where it kind of transitions from the Sunday and then into the pure Gynt. So I literally used up every last gram of yarn I had to be able to finish the sweater, and I am really pleased with how it turned out. The only thing is, it's a little bit more cropped than I would have originally wanted. I was kind of hoping it'd be more of like an oversized fit, but it's not really like that, which is fine. It's not that big of a deal. The sleeves are a little bit shorter as well than what the pattern tells you to do. I ended up also shortening the double ribbing at the top here, just because my arms aren't that long anyway, so I think it worked out fine for me. And then also, if you watch my last video, I do talk about how I do the decreases a little bit different than what the pattern calls for. So I end up picking stitches here around the armhole, and then decreasing only a couple times until I reach the faux cabling. And then I had to do a little bit of math to figure out how many stitches I would need in order to have like an even number here, so that when I do the faux cabling, it all ends up turning out even and nice, and there's no overlapping of the little like faux cables. So it ended up working out really well, and overall I do really like how this sweater turned out. I have worn it out a few times, mostly when I'm working from the office I've been wearing it, and honestly it hasn't been keeping me too warm, which I was a little bit surprised about because the yarn is merino, and usually merino keeps me pretty warm. But honestly, I think the thing that keeps me warm usually when I wear my knit garments is like the the mohair of it. Like today I'm wearing my Elizabeth blouse that I knit up last year, and this one is using the Knitting for Olive merino held together with their soft silk mohair, and it's keeping me really nice and warm. Like I'm not too hot with it, but like today's a little bit cloudy out, so it's been really nice. But like with this one, I don't know if it's either the merino's not really warm or because it has these like eyelets in it that you can feel like the wind blow through them, so it doesn't really keep me warm. I usually have to wear a jacket on top, especially if it's a little bit colder outside, but it hasn't bothered me that much, honestly, so I still wear it. But otherwise, it's a very comfortable fit. The merino yarn, it's not itchy at all. I can wear it with no issues. The only thing that I've noticed is a little bit itchy are honestly the cuffs, and I think it's because it's the pure Gynt, which the pure Gynt's a little bit more scratchy on my skin. Like I even put it up to like my neck and I feel it a little bit. I know I would not be able to wear like a turtleneck, let's say, made out of pure Gynt. So I think the material of the pure Gynt, which I think it's like some kind of wool, is a little bit more itchy for my liking. But it's only at the cuffs. It doesn't bother me that much, honestly, and if it does, I'll honestly just kind of fold it in itself like this, and then it's not that big of a deal. But otherwise, everything is very comfortable with this. It's a really nice design, like all of the different patterns in this, very, very beautiful. I definitely recommend you try to knit this. It's not as hard as I thought it would be. Plus Petite Knit offers like video tutorials on a bunch of different things so that you can knit this pattern up, and I would say it's probably like an intermediate level like pattern. But yeah, I had a really fun time knitting this up, and I would definitely recommend you give it a try, especially if you've been wanting to. So yeah, that was my one and only finished object I had to share with you guys. The next things that I have are just works in progresses. So this item I'm going to share with you guys kind of has been put on the back burner a little bit, just because I actually started to do a test knit and my focus has mostly been on that. So I haven't really had a chance to work on this next garment as much as I would like to, but I did do a little bit of progress since my last podcast that I made, and that is the oversized seasons cardigan by Ozetta. So as you can see, there's definitely some progress made. It's not close to being done just yet. I still have like half of the body to go, and then I have to do the sleeves. But honestly, I'm really liking how it's turning out. As you can see, I have two little, like where I'm gonna put the buttons, I have two made already, and then on the opposite side, I have the two holes as well. So this is number, where is it? This is number 2 right here, as you can see, or like the first one, and then the second one right up here. So those two are done, and then I have two more buttons to do. But yeah, I think I have only a little bit more to do of like the half fisherman's rib, and then I have to do the third button, and then after that I think I actually start doing the ribbing of the bottom of the cardigan, which I'm super excited to do that because then the body will be finished. So I don't think I have that much left to do, and I'm really liking how it's turning out. I like the color of it. I like how the stitch definition is looking like. It's honestly, when I look at it, it reminds me of like something store-bought that you could find. So I really want to finish this as soon as I can, just so I can wear it like in the springtime. Instead of like wearing a coat, I can just wear this on top of like a light sweater or like a t-shirt or something. I think it'd be super cute. But yeah, this is the progress on this so far. Let me actually kind of put it on so you guys can see what it's looking like. I think I put it on last time and it ended like right here, I think. So let's see how it looks like now. Okay, so I have it on. The fit of it is really good. This is like where the arm hole ends. Very roomy for the arms as well. I think it's really nice. And then this is how long it's turning out to be. It's kind of ending right above my belly button right now. So very nice fit. It's gonna open up when I block it, obviously. Right now this is what it's looking like, but I'm really pleased with how it's turning out, and I'm very excited to finish it. It's very finicky right now with all of the needles everywhere on it, but I'm hoping to get the body done soon so then I don't have like 4 needles at a time to work with, because right now I have needle like here for like the front, and then the needle here for the body, and then same on this side. So very finicky, but also I'm happy that it's all working up at the same time, so I don't have to come back after I'm finished with the body to pick up stitches for the band. So a little annoying to work with all at once, but also kind of happy that it's getting done at the same time. But yeah, this is how it's looking like so far. Very pleased with it, and I hope I can get this finished by next podcast, or at least be really close to getting it finished, but we'll just wait and see. I also forgot to mention the yarn I'm using for this cardigan is the Berroco Ultra Alpaca yarn. It's this like kind of worsted weight yarn, a little bit thicker than DK, I would say, and it's not really itchy at all. I don't really see an issue with it like on my skin. So yeah, definitely recommend to try it out if you want to make something cozy. It's very like plush looking, the cardigan, so very happy with the yarn choice. We'll see kind of how it wears once I'm finished with it, but so far I'm a fan of it. Okay, the next item I want to share with you guys, I'm actually almost done with it, but it's my test knit that I'm working on, and today was actually the day the pattern was posted. It's the Lana sweater by Not a Day Without Knitting. So I was one of her test knitters. She's on Instagram as well. That's her username, Not a Day Without Knitting. I'll post it somewhere here on the screen or in the description down below. But I ended up not being able to meet the deadline because I ran out of yarn. But today I actually just received an extra ball of the yarn, so I'm hoping I can get this finished within the next day or two. But this is what it's looking like so far. It's a little weird looking right now because it's not blocked out, but it's a very beautiful texture. It's like cabling all over, but it's like one by one cabling, if you know what I mean, if it'll focus. So as you can see, it's only using like 2 strands of yarn to create the cables, and it kind of gives off this like braided look. It's very gorgeous. I am obsessed with it. And it's very soft. The yarn I'm using is the VIP by Lana Gatto, and I've had this yarn for a while now, like a few months, and I ended up actually buying it because I was going to make sweater number 26 by My Favorite Things Knitwear, but that didn't really work out because that sweater calls for like a heavier weight of yarn, I think. So I ended up unraveling it, and then I ended up applying for this test knit for the Lana sweater, and I ended up meeting Gage, and so I am working on this, and it's very beautiful. I love the texture of this so much. I ended up finishing one sleeve of this and currently working on the second sleeve right now. So let's kind of talk a little bit about it. I'm not going to go too much in depth with it. I'll talk more about it in my next podcast when I'm actually finished with it, because then I'll have like a better idea of like how it all turned out, but I can talk a little bit about how it's been going. So how I started on this sweater is I picked up stitches here for the back, and then I kind of did increases for the shoulders, and I knit kind of down a little bit. Then I ended up picking the front pieces, connected those together, knit up the front a bit, and then connected the front with the back. And then I just been knitting in the round. As you can see, I didn't finish off the body yet. It's on a stitch holder right now, just because I wasn't sure if I was gonna have enough yarn, and I didn't end up having enough, so I had to order more. For the VIP Lana Gatto that I used, it's like a sport weight yarn. I ended up having to use 6 whole skeins of it, and then I ordered one more skein, and right now I'm working off of the 7th one. So of course the dye lot's a little bit different because I got the 6 skeins of yarn like back in October, I want to say, of last year, and the store that I got it from, it closed down. It was a local yarn store, so I couldn't go back there anymore to buy one more, and it was really hard to find this color online. I actually ended up finding it on Etsy. So it's the same shade, but the dye lot is a little bit different, and you can kind of tell. But since it's like a textured pattern, I don't mind it that much. It's kind of hard to even tell you like where it starts with the next color, but it's like around here. Around here is where it changes. So this is all from the 6 skeins, same dye lot, and then around here is where it changes. So you might be able to notice, but I think it's a little hard to notice anyway, or maybe it's like up here a little bit. I don't know, for me it's kind of hard to notice, which is a plus because I don't think other people will notice, like when I'm wearing it out and about. Like if I can barely see it, I doubt someone is going to come up and be like, oh, the color is different, which I don't know, maybe you can see it, maybe you can't. I'm not going to stress about it too much. I just want to get this finished already. So I'm almost done with the second sleeve. As you can see, I finished the first one, and then around here is where I started doing like decreases, and then I finished off with like 1x1 ribbing for the cuff, and then I also finished that off with the tubular bind off. Looks very clean, very pretty. I really like the look of everything to the sweater. Even the decreases look very like neat in my opinion. Like this is kind of where it starts, and you can kind of see a line in there like that, but it's just like the way it's made, it just looks very professional and kind of like store-bought. So I think the designer did a really good job creating that, and I'm excited to finish off the second sleeve. I think I just about reached where I need to start doing the decreases, and maybe I can finish the sleeve tonight, we'll see. But then I also have to do the neck as well, which the neck I don't think is going to be that hard to do because it's like only a couple rows of like ribbing that you do, and then also binding off the bottom here, and then we'll be done. So very excited with how it's looking like. I really like the texture of it as well. I'm super excited to wear it out once I finish it. And then also I'm excited to get this blocked, because once I block it, the texture is going to open up more like this, and I think that's gonna look really pretty, because right now it's kind of like scrunched up, but it'll open up once I block it, and it'll be more like a not super oversized, but not super like skin tight as well, because right now the sleeves look like they're gonna be like really tight on me, because I don't know, they look really tight, but once I block it, it'll all open up and look really nice and pretty. So very excited about this. And yeah, I haven't shared this yet because I started it after my last podcast, so I've been working on this for like the last month, and I'm hoping to finish it up in the next few days here. Okay, the next item I have to share with you, I did share it before. It's the Cumulus tee that I'm working on by Petite Knit, but I'm using the pattern to make a long sleeve version instead. So this is where we're at with it so far. The yarn I'm using is like this cashmere yarn that I found on eBay. It came with like Alpaca 5. It doesn't have a brand name on it or anything. So I don't know like how legitimate it is, but honestly the yarn is super soft. Obviously I don't know how it's gonna wear once I'm done, but so far I'm really liking it. It's not itchy at all. It's like a fingering weight yarn. Sorry that it's kind of all wrinkly and stuff. It's just kind of been sitting in a pile. I haven't been able to work on this too much, as you can see. I think I'm almost done with doing the raglan increases, so this is where we're at right now. And then I think I'm gonna have to connect the front pieces together and then split the sleeves away and then just work on the body. So I'm almost at the point of the body. I'm not in a huge rush to finish this because honestly I feel like this would work really well as like a summer top, like a summer night top. So I'm not like in a huge hurry to finish it, and so right now it's kind of just sitting by waiting for me to finish my other projects first that are a little bit more relevant to the current like weather and stuff. So I do want to finish this sometime in the next couple months or so, but we'll see. And also it's a little tedious to work on 3mm needles while using fingering weight yarn, so kind of been taking a break from this, but this is how much is done so far. It's not too much more than what I showed last video, but like I said, I'm prioritizing other projects right now. But I do like how it's knitting up. I have the Cumulus tee that I have knit up last year. I really like the fit of it, so I know I'm gonna like this as well. It's just kind of taking a little bit longer to get there, but that's okay. Just wanted to show you a little bit of progress on it and that I'm still working on it, and this is what it's turning out like, if you can see. Yeah, I really like the little raglan stitches that go down that separate the sleeves from like the back and the fronts. I think it's a really nice little addition to it, and very pleased with how it's turning out. So yeah, obviously not too much to talk about just because it's not even close to being done, but I just wanted to share that I'm still working on it, and I really like the yarn and how soft it is, and I think I'm gonna really like it once I'm done with it, and it'll be kind of like a staple in my closet that I can wear with anything. So yeah, this is how it is looking like. Not much to it, but we'll get there. Okay, the last item I have to share with you is actually kind of exciting. This is also something I've never shared before. Actually, no, that's a lie. I shared it on my Instagram like a few days ago. So if you follow my Instagram, AV Knits, same as my YouTube, you would have seen a little progress picture of this item. But what I have to share with you guys is that I'm actually working on my own design pattern, and it's going to be a little t-shirt. This is how much I have done so far. Obviously it's a work in progress still. There's still so much to do. I'm so far from being done. I don't know if I'm liking the sleeve yet. Might redo it. I'm trying a different version of it on this side over here. Just kind of started it. I haven't done too much yet. So a lot of trial and error, that's for sure. Plus, I never really anticipated how hard it is to like grade your own knitted item, just because you have to like count for so many different sizes. Like you're one size, you know, but you have to think of like so many other ones. So it's been a little bit challenging for sure, trying to figure out the right measurements. So far, I'm really liking how it's turning out. It's going to be like a summer tee. I don't have a name for it yet, so if you guys have any suggestions down below, definitely let me know. But I decided to add some stripes to it because I think it's super cute. Obviously you don't have to if you like don't want to, but I definitely want to make a pattern out of this, and if you guys are interested in testing it out for me, let me know. I would greatly appreciate it. Right now I'm actually having my mom knit up a size herself, which is like different from the size I'm knitting up, just so that I can kind of make sure that that my math is like all adding up correctly and it's gonna work. So yeah, this is what it's looking like. I am really happy with how it's turning out. I ended up doing like a little I-cord neck edge. I haven't weaved in any ends yet, so we'll do that all at the end. I'll kind of show you guys my progress on it as I go. But if all turns well with this garment and everything turns out to like fit really nicely and stuff, I actually want to make a video where I show you kind of how to work the sweater, so that if you like are interested in getting the pattern, you can actually get some help by watching the video I make. And in the video that I make, I don't know if I would use like stripes on it. I might just make it like just one single color. We'll see. It's still a work in progress. We'll kind of see how it goes. And the yarn I'm using to knit this up is actually the Tynn by Sandnes Garn. It's one of my favorite summer fibers just because it's super lightweight and doesn't make you feel all hot and sweaty, especially in those summer months. I actually knit up my Cumulus tee using this like yarn, and it's one of my favorites just because it's super comfortable to wear in the summertime. So definitely wanted to use this, but honestly any fingering weight yarn would work. My mom is knitting hers up in like this cotton fingering weight yarn, and it's also turning out really nice. So yeah, this is kind of where we're at with it. Like I said, I don't know if I'm loving the arm of it yet, so we'll see. I might end up redoing it, trying a different version on this side, but it's kind of like a drop shoulder design where you work on the back first, do some increases, then you pick up stitches for the fronts, knit a little bit of that while doing increases, and then you attach the fronts together, work a little bit more down, and then you connect the back with the front, and then you just start knitting in the round and then pick up stitches for the sleeves here. And that's how it's turning out. I'm actually really happy with it though. It's fitting pretty well. I've been kind of trying it on as I'm going just to make sure that it's like that scared me so bad. Oh my gosh, my cat just has to be everywhere. But yeah, I'm trying it on as I go just to make sure that it fits really well, and so far it does. And yeah, very happy with it. If anyone is interested in test knitting it for me, that would be really great. I'll give more details in my next podcast probably, and maybe I'll have more finished of it then. But yeah, I just wanted to share that with you. Super excited, my first like knitted design, and so far I'm really loving the outcome of it. So yeah guys, that was everything I had to share with you today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm sorry if it kind of ran long or if I had a lot to share. It's just been a few weeks or like a little bit over a month I think since I last filmed anything. So I kind of wanted to talk about everything and what I've been working on. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video and everything I had to share. And if you guys want to see anything more from me, please give this video a like and subscribe. It really helps a lot. But otherwise, thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!